Derek, I know sports a lot about cliches. I mean, is it just kind of giving it everything you got tomorrow to hopefully wrap this up and move on and have a day or two? What's kind of the focus here heading into this?
Yeah, I don't even think we can think that far ahead. I think we flushed last game, we won, and now we just move on and get ready to play what I think needs to be our best game of the series. And obviously they're going to be desperate, and we have to match that desperation.
When Jay came here, one of the things he did was empower more guys to be part of it and kind of be pulling on that rope. Do you think that kind of as these playoffs have gone on that there's guys are feeling that a little bit more now? Like, it seems like more guys are contributing and playing and being a big part of this game to game.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right, and that was a big change when Jay came aboard. And I mean, I don't think you can go to the Stanley Cup and win it with, riding one or two guys. I think you have to have everybody kind of pulling in the same direction, and that doesn't necessarily mean scoring goals or getting points. It means contributing in all levels, the levels that don't get noticed on the score sheet. So I think those are the details and the structure that the coaching staff has been stressing for however many months it's been, but definitely for sure in these playoffs, yeah.
Is there a way to take guys that are playing 7, 8, 9 minutes and handle them in a way that, they feel part of it still, as opposed to being handled in a way where, maybe you just don't as much?
I mean, I think he just handles it in that he talks to us and he knows what he expects out of us. We know what he expects. And when we get out there, it's not, we're not just trying to get out there and get off right away. We're trying to have an impact and create momentum for the team. And there's different things that we've talked about that he wants us doing. And yeah, like I said, I think that we're all very clear about what our job is and what our role is when we get out there.
He says, I never even saw it. Were you on the bench thinking the same thing? Were you on the bench? How'd that go in? Because most times on a clear, it clears it around the boards. The end around the board. Penalty. Doesn't shoot it down the ice. Penalty. If you're a defenseman, it's going along the boards and off the ice. Defenseman, right down the ice and off the glass.
Right.
Down the ice.
Yeah, I was on the bench, as stunned as everybody, but playoffs, that kind of stuff happens, the ups and downs, the momentum, and I think that our group did a really good job of just resetting and saying, okay, we came out, we were playing a really structured and detailed third period. We didn't get a bounce. Now what are we going to do? Are we just going to sit back and hope we win, or are we going to go out and play the game we know we need to play to get another one? And really proud of our group for being able to do that.
What changed in this group after Game 5 against LA to now? I mean, the last 2 weeks has been another level for your team. Like, what is it in that moment that, I don't know, like a wake-up call, or?
I don't know. I think that in our group we talked a lot before that game about focusing on the one game ahead. I think maybe you can look at that game specifically because LA had a push and they'd won a couple games in a row. And that happens in the playoffs. The other team's going to have good moments in a game. They're going to have a good couple games maybe. And LA was a great team. They played really hard, and they were a tough battle. So I think it's easy to look at that game and say it's a turning point, but I also think that it's just the ups and downs of playoffs and being able to turn it at that point into a spot where, okay, we just need to play one good game. And that's basically how playoffs work, no matter we're down 3-2 in that series, or now we're up 3-1. We need to play one good game.
I think that's what Calgary's saying. Calgary last year, I think that's what they're saying. We just have to play this one game. Never mind having to win 3.
Yeah, probably.
You'd probably be saying.
I've never been in the playoffs with Darryl, but I would imagine he'd say that, yeah.
How do you match their desperation? Obviously, their season's going to be on the line tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want to go back to our barn. We want to end their season tomorrow. So that's our desperation level. And I don't think it's an on-off switch. You can't just start drifting and hoping that it happens tomorrow. We have to be desperate from the start and play one good game.
How did you guys feed off of the tone that Connor set in the 2 elimination games, just to start those first couple shifts?
Yeah, I think as a whole, he's set the tone for our whole club. I think every time he goes on the ice, he's not just creating offensively, but he's hitting, he's tracking back, he's making great defensive plays, and I think we all just look to him for an inspiration, for motivation, and What do you want me to say? He's a great player and a great leader.